you don't know what kind of a hair day I'm having today, but the show must go on. People have expectations. People are expecting me to show up, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Today we have the top 10 reasons you should not buy a Chanel handbag. Very important, so stick around. Hi guys and welcome back. Yes, don't know what kind of a hair day I'm having today, but the show must go on, and on we plod because you guys, I've just realised I've forgotten all my rings. Right, see, there's things just not working out today. Anyway, these are the top 10 reasons you should not buy a Chanel handbag. Stick around till the end because I have a great bonus one for you and you will want to know this. Believe you me. So, fragrance of the day before we go ahead. Well, we are talking about Chanel, so I said, okay, let's wear some Chanel Chance. The top notes are floral, citron, pink pepper. Heart notes are jasmine, iris and hyacinth. And in the base, it's patchouli, amber, musk and vetiver. This is a little beauty. The last video I had Chanel Chance Au Tendre. This is just Chanel Chance and she is a beauty. So let's begin. To my old subscribers, mwah, hello, how are you? Welcome back. And to my new subscribers, welcome. Thank you so much. I know I've a lot of new subscribers in the last couple of videos. So welcome guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and let's have a bit of fun. This is going to be a good one because we're going to learn something. We're going to have a bit of eye candy and we're going to have a little chat. Top 10 reasons you should not buy a Chanel handbag. Number one reason, of course, we all know this one, the price of the bloody bag. It is expensive. She is up there, right up there, and as we know with the recent price increases that it is getting absolutely ridiculous, I have to say. We have to question ourselves and go, really, is this worth it anymore? Can I justify the price of this bag? Just for a little bit of eye candy, here's one of the classics, the Jumbo, and this bag now is up on €7,000, $8,000. We'll put prices, exact prices on screen, and it's just getting absolutely ridiculous. A lot of people are asking themselves, look, am I better off just buying an Hermes bag and biting the bullet? Apart from the fact that it's very hard to get your hands on a Birkin and Kelly. Just a little small problem. Nothing major really, you know. So this bag, exactly, the price increases just keep going up. They're exponential. They're not like €20 here or 50 quid there. They're €400 a pop. They're 12% increases, 15% increases, and it is getting more difficult. But again, if you want to keep in mind, of course, it's all relative. If you buy this bag today, or if, as in I did say 3-4 years ago, well, then you're delighted because it's kind of like a bargain because I got it 4 years ago and it was like €2,000-3,000 less, which is just crazy. So even with the price increases today, you know, they're going to keep going up. So it's just something you want to ask yourself. Do I want to play this game anymore? Do I want to be in this kind of whole bubble of Chanel and running out there to get the next bag? That is just something to keep in mind. The number two reason to have a think about when you're buying your Chanel bag is your cost per wear. Now, these bags are so stunning, but we all know we like to get value out of our bags. This is my small vintage Chanel, which I just absolutely love. The vintage has the yellow gold plated hardware, which I adore on this bag. She is a beauty. Mine is in the lambskin. And so you need to get your cost per wear. We all want to get some value for money here. And just have a think about that, how much you're going to get to use the bag. Is it versatile enough for you, for your lifestyle? I will be very honest with you, even with this bag, I suppose being red and things now, I know we haven't been out, but I don't wear her that often, so, but I got her vintage, so I can kind of justify. We're very good at doing that old justify thing. You just have to think about, is this going to, are you going to reach for the bag? Is it going to go with your closet? You know, or is it just going to sit on your shelf collecting dust? Like, this is really, really important because you're working hard for your money. You're saving your money. You're handing your money over. And then you're putting this beauty that you've just bought, a thing, on your shelf to sit there. And then you start the whole process all over again. And then it mightn't even work out. So then you might say, now I want to sell it. So then you have to go through the whole process of, it's just so time consuming and it is draining on yourself, on your time, on your resources, on everything else to go and try and sell the bag and pack it up and ship it off and find a customer and do the negotiations and all that. It's tough work. So they're really, really, really clever things to keep in mind to help you out in deciding whether you want this bag or not. So cost per wear on that one. Am I going to get the value? Am I going to wear it? Am I going to reach for it? Have a think about that. Number 3. Well, we all know that Chanel has had its quality issues over the last while. Now, is it because of a rise in social media? Here's more eye candy for us today. Or is it because people are expecting more because they don't feel the quality is rising with the price increases? Now, I know this one was a highly sought after bag. I just love her. But the particularly the rectangle in the Chanel 21p caramel, apparently there were issues with the twisting of the strap. There were a lot of issues there. And of course, you're not getting gold plated hardware anymore. Now, at the end of the day, Chanel is mass produced. Their handbags are mass produced. They're not hand stitched. They're not Birkins. They're not Kellys. They're not Hermes, in that they are all hand stitched and handcrafted. These are mass produced handbags. And because production has gone up so much, there are going to be a few quality issues that are going to slip through. They shouldn't, but they do, to slip through quality control. So it is something to ask yourself, are you still willing to pay the higher prices, the hiked up prices, and the quality isn't meeting those price hikes? Just something to keep in mind. Also, the seasonal bags, some of their seasonal bags, people feel they're not given the same level of attention as the classic bags, and the woks, and people feel that they're not given the same level of attention, and there's quality issues with that as well. So take all these into consideration, but also keep in mind that, because of social media, it is out there a lot more. Maybe it was something that was always there, but now it's highlighted because of social media. Now, another point to keep in mind is the style. The style of the bag is not going to suit everybody. Again, the classic flaps in particular. Now, I know this is the jumbo, not the medium large. But some people say it's quite old, it's classic, it's boring, I'm more edgy. So that's something, if your style is on the more edgy kind of side, well then take that into consideration. I personally think you can make this very edgy, throw it on with a leather jacket, biker boots, things like that. But for some people, they feel they're, if you have a very elegant, very sophisticated style, some might say boring, that they just don't like this bag and that it doesn't go with their wardrobe. So it's something you really need to take into consideration of your wardrobe here, your lifestyle. Some people would say it's conservative and too old lady looking for them. That's your personal choice. They're the questions you need to ask yourself when you're dishing out your dollars for this beauty. Now, talking about dishing out your money, affordability. Ladies and gents, do not go into debt for a Chanel handbag. Please do not. Have your budget, set it out, make sure it's so much better to save up for the handbag. And I love a phrase called delayed gratification. I do it with my kids. Rather than going, now I know I've done it myself when I got a bit older and I could afford things and I've impulse bought and stuff like that, but delayed gratification where you save that money and you put it away and you go, now, I know sometimes you might go, that's all very well, Viv, and then the minute you have your money saved, a price increase comes. That is something. So maybe always save a little bit more just in case that happens. I think we all kind of know at this stage that there's kind of two price, well, there has been. So just make sure you can afford the bag. Do not put yourself into debt. Do not put yourself into credit card debt. Make sure you have the budget so that you're not, you can enjoy the bag so much more when you know that you're not kind of, paying off a credit card and paying the high interest and worrying. If you're going to be worrying once you get that bag, well, it's just not going to have the same feeling as knowing I can afford this. All my debts are cleared. Everything else is paid for. I'm going to go for it and I'm going to treat myself and I'm going to get it in 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, or for a big birthday, or for a big milestone that you've achieved in your life and you've hit a goal. There are reasons to really get these bags. The next point I wanted to make was the sizes of the classic bags can be awkward. This is the small, which some people would say, oh my God, it's far too small for me. And yes, some people would say, look, it doesn't fit very much. Actually, it fits nothing. To be honest, the size small classic flap fits exactly the same amount as the mini rectangle, which I'll show you in a second. Some people also say this double flap wrecks their head. Again, that is up to yourself. The size is just something that you will definitely have to take into consideration, and that it might not be versatile enough for you. Again, the small maybe just you want to use it as an evening bag. You don't want to use it during the day because it's not going to carry, it doesn't have the capacity that you need it to have. And then you've got the jumbo, which some people say is too big. You just can't, keep everybody happy now, can we? The capacity obviously is great. But for evening time, again, the versatility, some people say, no, it's just not for me for evening time. It's too big to be carrying around the place and too bulky. The next point moving from there are the strap lengths. So on the jumbo, the strap length is very, very generous. Very generous indeed, and I'm tall, so it is a good length for me. And it has a good drop. I'm not sure if you can see that there. See the drop? But with this bag, when you use it with the single strap, it is very, very long. I might pop in a few shots actually and just show you. And I mean, you know, I wouldn't really wear this crossbody. It's right down past my hip, far, far too long. And especially single strap, it is halfway down my thigh, nearly at my knee, and I'm like 175, 5'9". So if you're, you know, around my height or smaller, definitely this bag is, it's a long strap. And then, you know, I think for this bag, just up on the shoulder like that, doubled up, is the way to go for this bag and the most comfy way to wear it. Then the strap length of the small, moving from there, people say is too short. That's the length of the strap there. And on the shoulder, that's kind of perfect. As a single strap, and then you can also wear it as a double. I would definitely not wear this bag like it's literally just there under my boob, so I would not be wearing this crossbody. Now again, some people who are, oh yes Vivienne, what are you doing with your hair? Some people are a little shorter, could probably get away with wearing this crossbody, and I know a lot of people do wear the medium and the smalls crossbody if you're a little bit shorter, but for me, no, it would be too short. So that is the strap length on this beauty, and I just love the red and the yellow gold combination of this one. Moving on from there, oh my god, please do not buy a Chanel handbag or any other expensive handbag to keep up with the Joneses. Just don't do it. I'm telling you now, don't do it. So there's this saying, I love it. It's, we buy things we don't need with money we can't afford, money we don't have, to impress people we don't even like. And I really would stress this to people out there. Do not buy a handbag for that reason, to keep up with the Joneses, to feel like we have to flex. I know we all do from time to time, but I think as you get older, you just don't care, which is always one of the good things about getting older, because there aren't that many. But that is a good one. And I just think it is so important to remember that nobody actually cares more than you do. Don't do it for the wrong reasons of, well, I'm buying that because she has it and so, or he has it and I want to have it to show them, and we're showing off and we're flexing, and really at the end of the day all we're doing is making ourselves more stressed and more unhappy, because comparison is the thief of joy. So do not buy to keep up with the Joneses, as I said, because it's the worst reason you could buy a bag. Buy a bag if you absolutely love it for you. Next reason for not buying a Chanel bag is the opportunity cost. Now, not a lot of people think about this, but when you think about the amount of dollars, euros, sterling that we're shelling out for these bags, while we're doing this on the right hand, on the left hand, we have an opportunity cost. What else could I have done with that money? It's a big chunk of money. You could have gone on an amazing holiday. You could have put it towards a house. You could put it towards a car. You could put it towards your children's education, your own self-development. There's always going to be an opportunity cost. You're going to pay out this amount of money for it to sit on your shelf, and you could have had the most amazing experience of your life and creating memories. And if anything has taught us anything in the last 2 years with the state of the world, I think we have now understood and learned that less is definitely more. Experiences and memories are really all we have. So that is a huge one to take into consideration, and it is a great one if you're on the edge, if you're on the cusp going, will I, won't I, will I, won't I, will I, won't I. Just ask yourself, what else could I do with this money? Maybe it's that Cartier bracelet you wanted. Maybe it's something else for somebody else that you wanted. Maybe it's, God forbid, if somebody was sick and you needed to help them out. Just have a think about that. Now, the last one before the bonus tip, number 10 reason not to buy a Chanel handbag is the hype. Do not buy for the hype, because we all know now what these brands are at, don't we? Yes, we do, ladies and gents. We know they're creating scarcity. You know, they're becoming more unattainable, these bags, which makes us want them more, because then we feel maybe better than somebody else, that we could get the bag and the other person couldn't get the bag, and that makes us better in some way. The bag is more exclusive, so we're more important. So, and of course with social media, and you're seeing them everywhere, and the hype of even, I suppose, the Chanel 21P. Now, I just happen to adore that colour. You know that, so it wasn't just about the hype of that bag. I just adore it. It's one of my favourite shades. So don't buy for the hype and then have this great honeymoon period where the bag is amazing and you love it, and then the novelty wears off and you don't really love it anymore. So be very, very careful on that one, because we do know that the brands are playing games with us. You know, Hermes and Birkin, I mean, they're beautiful and they're exclusive, but at the end of the day, they're a handbag, you know? So don't put yourself in debt, and just realize that, you know, only buy the bag if you absolutely love it. Do not buy just for the hype and just because you see everybody else wearing it. Now, my bonus tip, if you've stuck around this long, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share, please. It really, really helps us out, and I put a lot of research and work into these videos, and I really appreciate all your comments, and I always answer you back. So it would be great if you could do that for me. I'd really appreciate that. One of the reasons, and never, ever, ever do this. Not saying I haven't done it either, but try to never, ever, ever do this. Do not impulse buy. Dun, dun, dun. Impulse buying is the absolute worst. Give yourself a cooling off period. Because say you get up in the morning and, you know, your impulse levels are high, or you've had a couple of drinks and you're scrolling through social media, your impulse levels are high, you're just going to go bang, 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 bang. Yeah. And then you get up the next day and you go, oh my God, what have I done? At that stage, your judgment levels are low, your impulse levels are high. Give yourself a 24-hour cooling off period and just go, okay, you love it, right, stick it in the cart, leave it there for 24 hours and I'll come back. And that will give you clarity of mind and judgment and your impulse levels. It's like going to the supermarket when you're hungry. Don't do it. Fill up before you go to the supermarket, or else you'll just be eating all the donuts and all the croissants and all that stuff. I've done it. I've actually paid for empty packets at the supermarket checkout. I have. So try not to do that. And I hope that helps you out in your buying process and reasons not to buy Chanel. And if you're still going to buy, enjoy anyway. And until next time, love you lots. Be kind, be safe, be compassionate. Love you lots. Mwah.